You're listening to God's Modern Day Millionaires Daily Devotional for Busy Marketplace Leaders Around the World. Day 37. Be a servant leader with compassion. As I read Joshua 1, 7 through 8, and study the life of Joshua, one characteristic that stands out is that of a servant leader. In today's digital, fast-paced society, it seems as though so many are looking for instant gratification. It appears no one wants to wait. Joshua was 85 years old before he became the successor of his leader, Moses. He spent 40 years, his first 40 years, as a slave in Egypt, while he spent another 45 years in the wilderness serving Moses. He was a true servant. What I love about Joshua is that even though he was born in the negative environment of Egyptian slavery, he did not allow his environment to affect his character. Even as a young man, Joshua spent his time observing and obeying the teaching of his leader, Moses. He was there when God used Moses to go before the powerful and wealthy Pharaoh, as he demanded that he let the children of Israel go free. He saw how bold and confident Moses was as he went before Pharaoh over and over again. He was there when God used the man of God to part the Red Sea. He saw how they never hungered or thirsted. He saw how God revealed himself as Jehovah Jireh, the God who will provide. He was there when God gave them victory over the Amalekites. A matter of fact, Joshua led the army of Israel into victory. It was Joshua who was one of the spies, the 12 spies, to search out the promised land. However, it was also Joshua who came back along with Caleb with a positive report that they were well able to take the land. Joshua was a true servant. He was a servant leader. He was faithful in his service, his speech, his thoughts, and his actions. Joshua possessed a success and prosperity conscious secret because of his faithfulness and his ability to remain focused. He knew that the land of Canaan represented unlimited success and prosperity. Because of Joshua's faithfulness and his ability to remain focused as a servant leader, he was promoted by God to lead the Hebrews into the promised land, the land of unlimited supplies that we know as a land of milk and honey. So as we observe the life of Joshua, we see that a faithful servant is one who is always around. He's constant, loyal, focused, and submissive. He or she is one who will always be there in the hard times and the good times. You see, Joshua was there through Egyptians' bondage and in the wilderness. It took Joshua 45 years of serving before he entered into his destiny. What I also observed about this servant leader is he never was found murmuring and complaining, especially about his leader, Moses. He was a living source of encouragement for his leader, Moses. He was loyal to the command of Moses. Joshua 1, 7, and 8 was a success charge and commission only reserved for servant leaders. Take an inventory of your life today to see how your life compares to Joshua. Ask yourself the question, am I a servant leader, or do I look for others to serve me?